And this woman came and found me. Something in her knew that I wasn't well. She'd seen me and she knew I wasn't doing well anyway. But when she didn't see me on my daily walk, she came and knocked on my door. And by the way, she is my face of Islam.
Told us to be scared around Muslims, but to be honest, I've never felt safer. So through our generation was brought up after 9/11 to think being around Muslims, we should be scared of them, we should be careful around them, should avoid them. But in my own experience, it's been proven so wrong. I've never felt more welcome, more safe, more at peace around Muslims.
All Muslims are extremists. Films, news and TV repeatedly promote this stereotype, often focusing on Islamic extremists as a representation of all Muslims, portraying them as violent and dangerous. But these images aren't representative of reality. In reality, the vast majority of Muslims live ordinary lives, raising families, working jobs and contributing to their community. They're teachers, doctors, engineers, parents and students. Of the 2 billion Muslims worldwide, extremists make up a tiny fraction, less than 0.01%. Meanwhile, far-right extremist attacks in the US actually happen at a similar or higher rate than Islamic attacks, yet they receive far less coverage in the media and almost never appear in Hollywood films or TV shows. This imbalance shapes our perception, making Muslims seem particularly threatening, which is both false and harmful. Muslims are not like that, and extremism exists in many religions. Muslims are people just like you and me.
Tak usah heran kalau pandangan dunia barat tentang Islam begitu buruk. Bahkan sedari kecil mereka didoktrin dan ditakut-takuti jangan mendekati lingkungan Muslim karena mereka mengerikan. Namun pandangan bule ini tentang Islam berubah 180 derajat ketika dia dikasihi dan ditolong oleh seorang wanita Muslim di Lombok, di mana pada saat itu dia baru bercerai dan frustasi dan jatuh sakit. Namun siapa sangka kebaikan warga Muslim Lomboklah yang mengubah paradigmanya selama ini. Kalau Muslim itu baik tak seperti yang diceritakan dunia Barat.
I was in Indonesia. I was going through my horrible divorce. I was 31. I was in a terrible depression. I took myself to this tiny little island and decided I needed to spend 10 days in silence to try to have a truth and reconciliation hearing with myself because I was so full of shame and pain. I decided I wouldn't speak, not a word, for 10 days, and I didn't know anybody. I went and got a hut on a beach in this tiny little, very poor fishing island off of Lombok in Indonesia. And I got terribly, terribly sick with food poisoning. And my plan was to walk around the island every day because it was a tiny little island. And there was this one woman, this Muslim woman. I mean, when I say this island was poor, I mean what these people fished that day is what they ate for dinner that night. You know, and this one woman on the other side of this island used to see me walking, and she would put her hand on her heart and smile at me when I walked by, and I would do the same to her. And then I got really sick, and I was stuck in my cabin, dehydrated, terrified. I actually thought I had malaria, you know, and far away from anyone who knew me. And this woman came and found me. Something in her knew that I wasn't well. She'd seen me, and she knew I wasn't doing well anyway. But when she didn't see me on my daily walk, she came and knocked on my door and saw the condition that I was in and went like this and came back an hour later with fresh food and fresh water for me. And I just started crying in her arms, and she held me in her arms like I was her child and just rocked me and took care of me.
Did you even know her name?
Didn't know her name, still don't. And by the way, she is my face of Islam. Whenever, you know, whatever conversation in the world is ever happening about Islam, she is my face of Islam. That woman who went across an island, knocked on every door in this little row of cabins till she found the person who she knew was suffering and came and took care of me.
Oh my God.
That was the most grace I have ever received in my entire life, because she had no relationship with me whatsoever, owed me nothing. This is truly God working through somebody's kindness.
Wow.
Bule wanita yang terharu dan merubah paradigma buruknya tentang Muslim selama ini karena ketulusan seorang ibu Muslim di Lombok yang tulus merawatnya ketika sakit. Wanita itu bernama Elizabeth Gilbert, penulis buku Eat, Pray, Love, buku novel yang terkenal di dunia, yang filmnya dibuat di Bali dan Lombok yang dibintangi oleh Julia Roberts, artis Hollywood terkenal. Film 2010 itu sempat viral dan membawa Indonesia semakin tinggi di mata dunia internasional. Selain itu, banyak juga para bule yang justru tenang dan mendapatkan ketenangan di jiwanya dengan mendengar azan di Indonesia seperti di Lombok ini. Para bule yang berkunjung di Indonesia seperti tak percaya dengan apa yang diceritakan media barat tentang Muslim itu mengerikan. Mereka bahkan kagum ada gereja dan masjid yang berdampingan, bahkan saling bertukar halaman untuk digunakan jemaat masing-masing di setiap hari besar.
Muslim will stay with Muslim. They do not disturb each other. They must respect. If there's Christmas just overwhelmed by worshippers, the mosque will lend the space. Please use.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
It's sharing each other, but not on theological belief.
Yeah.
That's the core principle.
Exactly.
They doesn't share any of that, but they still respecting.
They respect that they believe.
Yeah.
I read story in England about a mosque do the same thing. They open the space for Christians to come and praying.
That should happen more often.
Islam di Indonesia menjadi alasan Mas Bule menjadikan Lombok sebagai tempat favoritnya.
One of my favorite things about Indonesia is just what I hear just outside my bedroom.
Terutama karena suara tarhim dan adzan yang menggema hingga terdengar jelas di kamarnya. Sebagai seorang mu'alaf, ia jarang menemukan hal seperti ini di negara asalnya. Namun, saat tiba di Lombok, Indonesia, ia merasakan kedamaian yang tak ternilai saat lantunan tarhim dan adzan berkumandang di setiap penjuru.
Alhamdulillah, I'm so blessed. Now will be